The Fast and Furious franchise became one of Hollywood's biggest action sagas, but the cast almost looked completely different. From scheduling conflicts to creative differences, several big names turned down the chance to join the franchise, opening the door for other actors to become fan favorites. Here are the actors who passed on Fast and Furious roles and how those decisions changed the series. Denzel Washington was approached by Universal to appear at the end of the sixth film, setting up a larger role as the main villain in Furious 7, but Washington wasn't interested and turned down the opportunity. The role he appeared to be lined up for ultimately went to Jason Statham instead. While the franchise moved forward without him, Washington stayed busy, appearing around that same time in Fences, The Equalizer, and the remake of The Magnificent Seven. One decision changed what fans could have seen on screen. Timothy Olyphant was originally targeted to play Dom Toretto when The Fast and the Furious was pitched to Universal. The studio agreed to produce the film as long as Olyphant was cast in the lead role, but Olyphant turned it down, sending the filmmakers to their backup choice, Vin Diesel. Diesel took over the role and went on to appear in almost every film in the franchise. One casting decision changed the direction of one of Hollywood's biggest action series. David Tennant was reportedly in discussions with director Justin Lin about taking on a major role in Fast and Furious 6. The exact part was never revealed, though it appeared likely to have been one of the Shaw brothers, roles that ultimately went to Luke Evans and Jason Statham. Whatever happened during the negotiations, Tennant moved on to other projects instead. It was a casting possibility that never made it to the screen. Vin Diesel was offered $25 million to return for Too Fast, Too Furious, but turned it down because he didn't like the script or the direction of the franchise. Diesel viewed the first film as a classic and said the new script wasn't continuing the story. He also said the sequel was capitalizing on the brand and milking its success for as long as possible. Diesel eventually returned full-time with the fourth installment, but one decision kept him out of the franchise's first sequel. Eliza Dushku was offered the role of Mia Toretto, and the character was reportedly written specifically with her in mind. But Dushku turned the role down. After that, several stars were reportedly attached to the part, including Jessica Biel, Kirsten Dunst, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Bijou Phillips, and Natalie Portman, before the role ultimately went to Jordana Brewster. One decision changed who audiences would know as a key member of the Toretto family. Deepika Padukone was offered a role in Furious 7, but turned it down because she had already committed to a domestic film and didn't feel it was right to back out. At the time, Padukone had never appeared in an American film, though she also said she would love to do a Hollywood movie in the future. Just a few years later, that opportunity arrived when Padukone appeared alongside Vin Diesel in XXX Return of Xander Cage in 2017. She has also reportedly been cast in XXX 4. Ja Rule appeared in a small role as Edwin in The Fast and the Furious, racing against the characters played by Paul Walker and Vin Diesel. He later had the chance to return for Too Fast, Too Furious, but turned down the offer, including a reported $500,000 payday. Instead, his character was replaced by one played by Ludacris. From there, Ludacris went on to appear in more than half of the Fast and Furious films, while Ja Rule's time in the franchise ended after just one movie. Reggie Redmond-Noble was originally eyed to take over the role of Tej after Ja Rule dropped out of Too Fast, Too Furious. But Redmond also had to step away because of scheduling conflicts, with Method and Red and other projects happening around the same time. That opened the door for Ludacris to land the role instead. Ludacris went on to become a longtime part of the Fast and Furious franchise, while Redmond never joined the series. One missed opportunity changed the cast fans came to know. Eminem was first offered the role of Brian O'Connor in the original The Fast and the Furious, but he had to pass because he was developing his own film, 8 Mile, and needed to remain available for it. Years later, Eminem was approached again, this time to record a song for the Furious 7 soundtrack. He turned that down as well, because he was heavily involved with the film Southpaw and didn't want multiple songs competing with each other. The song he passed on was See You Again, which was ultimately recorded by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth.